Good day, digital learners! Sa araw na ito, ang aking topic ay patungkol sa NSTP Law, the Republic Act No. 9163, the National Service Training Program Act of 2001. To begin with, let's have this short introduction. Republic Act No. 9163 is an act establishing the National Service Training Program for tertiary level students like you, amending for the purpose as stated on the Republic Act No. 7077 and Presidential Decree No. 1706. According to Section 1, the short title of this act shall be known as the National Service Training Program Act of 2001, and according to Section 2, the Declaration of Policy, it hereby affirmed the prime duty of the government to serve and protect its citizens. In turn, it shall be the responsibility of all citizens to defend security of the state, and in fulfillment thereof, the government may require each citizen to render personal, military, or civil services. Recognizing the youth's vital role in nation building, the state shall promote civic consciousness among the youth and shall develop their physical, moral, spiritual, intellectual, and social well-being. It shall inculcate in the youth patriotism, nationalism, and advance their involvement in the service of the nation. In pursuit of these goals, the youth, the most valuable resources of the nation, shall motivated, trained, organized, and mobilized in military training, literacy, civic welfare, and other similar endeavors in the service of the nations. So according to this act, ang government ay meron silang duty. Ang duty nila is to serve and protect its citizen. We also, citizens of this country, Philippines, meron din tayong responsibilities. At yung responsibilities natin is to defend the security of the state. Now, let's have the reading and discussions of this topic. The first one is the definition of the National Service Training Program according to Republic Act No. 9163 under Section 3. So, sabi niya, it is a program aimed at enhancing civic consciousness and defense preparedness in the youth by developing the ethics of service and patriotism while undergoing training in any of its three program components. So, ito yung definition ng NSTP. Sabi niya, to enhance the civic consciousness. Kamusta kaya yung mga kabataan ngayon? Aware ba sila sa kung ano ang nangyayari sa ating surrounding, sa ating environment, sa ating government, sa Philippines, sa ating country? Aware ba ang mga kabataan? Ang tanong kung aware sila or hindi. Kung aware ba, may ginagawa ba ang ating mga kabataan? Or aware lang sila pero walang ginagawa? Yun yung tanong doon. Let us define the three components of NSTP. First, let's have ROTC or the Reserve Officer Training Corps. ROTC refers to the program component institutionalized under Sections 38 and 39 of the Republic Act No. 7077, designed to provide military training to tertiary level students in order to motivate, train, organize, and mobilize them for national defense preparedness. So yung mga students natin mga students ng ROTC, so yung mga training nila ay pang military training. Next component is LTS or the Literacy Training Service. Yung ROTC pala ay para sa mga criminology students na halimbawa sa atin, para sa mga criminology students. And when it comes to LTS, Literacy Training Service, mas nababagay dito yung mga students natin from Education Department. So Literacy Training Service, it is a program component designed to train students to teach literacy and numeracy skills to school children, out of school youth, and other segments of the society in need of their services. So sa LTS, sinuturuan or yung training ng ating mga students ay patungkol sa teaching literacy and numeracy. When we say literacy, teaching how to write and how to read. And when it comes to numeracy, how to count. Diba? How to read numbers. or numbers, numeracy. And the last component is CWTS, or the Civic Welfare Training Service. So, CWTS pertains to the program component or activities contributory to the general welfare and the betterment of life for the members of the community, or the enhancement of its facilities, especially those devoted to improving health, education, environment, entrepreneurship, safety, recreation, and moral of the citizenry, and other social welfare services. So when it comes to CWTS, it is all about activities contributory to the betterment and general welfare, and also for the enhancement of some facilities. So yung mga kabataan natin o yung mga students natin ay tuturuan natin ng mga program or activities na pwedeng makatulong, makaginhawa ng buhay ng nakakarami. Halimbawa, in case of emergency, merong disaster at nangangailangan tayo ng mga volunteers to pack some relief goods for kapag merong mga kabataang na-shock dahil doon sa disaster, so pwedeng yung mga volunteer natin yung tutulong. Sila yung kakausap, parang ganun. So marami pang activities for the betterment of life and for the general welfare. So ituturo yan sa CWTS na component. So meron pa. So yung mga kabataan tinuturuan din how to protect our environment. Minsan meron mga activities na halimbawa tree planting, coastal cleanup, diba? Meron din tayo mga activities para masagot yung malnutrition. So meron tayo mga feeding program, parang ganun. Papakain doon sa mga malnourished natin ng mga kabataan, lalo na doon sa mga street children. So tandaan na ang tatlong components na ito ay magkaiba ang kanilang specialization. Pagdating sa ROTC, ito ay na-design in order to prepare our students for war, for nation, defense preparedness. Yung LTS naman is to train our future teachers, diba? To eradicate illiteracy, lalo na doon sa ating mga out-of-school youths. And para naman sa CWTS, ito ay na-design para sa general welfare of the community. Okay? So there are other questions or relevant questions that may arise in the implementation of this program. So ano nga ba yung mga questions na yon? Isa-isahin natin. The first one is every first year student required or covered by the NSTP law? Ano sa tingin niyo? Lahat ba ay covered ng NSTP law? So according to Republic Act No. 9163 Rule 3, Sections 4A, every first year student effective 2002 to 2003, male or female, enrolled in any baccalaureate degree and in at least 2 years technical, vocational, or associate course is required to complete at least one of the three components of the NSTP. So ano nga yung tatlong components? ROTC, LTS, and CWTS. So required ka kahit isa lang. Okay? So according to Rule number 3, Section 4A. Next question. What if a student is a second degree taker? Uulit o kukuha ng panibagong course. A graduate of associate course before school year 2003-2004, nakapagtapos na ng any course before 2003-2004, or a transferee who took the NSTP from other university or other school. Sila ba ay required or exempted to take NSTP? So according to Republic Act No. 9163, Section or Rule number 3, Sections 4A1, 4A2, and 4A3, students who finished or graduated before school year 2003 to 2004 are exempted to take the NSTP. So sila lang yung exempted to take NSTP, at pati yung mga students who completed any of the components but considered freshmen to the course where they transferred or shifted. Foreign students and students of Philippine Merchant Marine Academy, Philippine National Police Academy, and Philippine Military Academy in view of the special character of this institution. So sila yung exempted to take NSTP. Sa mga student ko na transferee, hinihingan ko kayo ng serial number kasi yan yung magiging patunay na tapos ka na ng isang component doon sa school na pinag-aralan mo dati. So kapag wala kang serial number na maibigay, uulitin mo yung NSTP kahit isang component na. Okay? So kailangan meron kang serial number kapag ikaw ay graduate ng isang component ng NSTP. Next question, what is the time duration of the NSTP program? Ano nga ba ang time duration niya? So according to Rule 6, Section 6A and 6B of the Republic Act number of 9163, clarify the course duration of the NSTP when every student shall take NSTP for an academic period of 2 semesters. So kukunin mo siya sa loob ng 2 semesters, NSTP 1 and NSTP 2, which consist of 3 units per semester, so a total of 6 units, and with a minimum of 54 training hours and a maximum of 90 training hours per semester. It can also be undertaken for 1 summer program in lieu of the 2 semesters in the institutions allows it. So kapag merong offer ang school na NSTP subject during summer, ay pwede mo siyang kunin. Pwede yan. Huwag open. Pero pag hindi open, hindi in-offer ng school, wala tayong magagawa. Okay? Next question, do student need to pay NSTP fee? So yung mga estudyante ba ay merong NSTP fee na kailangang bayaran? According to Rule 4, Section 9 of the NSTP law, states that no fees shall be collected. So no fees shall be collected for any of the NSTP components except the basic tuition, which should not be more than 50% of the charges of the school per academic unit. So merong 50%. Wala siyang fees na babayaran, hindi siya magko-collect ng any fees except the basic tuition, which is 50% of the charges of the school per academic unit. Halimbawa, the tuition fee sa inyong school per unit is 300 for regular students. So yung fee natin for NSTP students is 150 pesos only. So even though it is stipulated in the NSTP law that only the basic tuition is allowed to be collected, there are some universities or schools that required minimal fee for uniform with consent from concerned authorities. So the reason for this is for the identification and safety of the NSTP students, since most of the NSTP program are done outside the university or the school. So maliban sa tuition fee, there are some minimal fee na pwedeng makollect. So kailangan lang may concern sa mga may consent sa mga concerned authorities. Okay? The next question is, what will the students receive after completing NSTP program? So ano yung makukuha mo kapag natapos mo ang isang component ng NSTP? Ano nga ba? Ito yun. According to Rule number 6, Section 12 of Republic Act number 9163, every student will be given a certificate of completion with corresponding serial number. So makakakuha ka ng certificate of completion. So hindi siya certificate of recognition, participation, special awards, kundi certificate of completion with corresponding serial number. So kapag walang serial number, invalid yung ating certificate of completion. So kailangan merong serial number. All graduates of CWTS and LTS components of the NSTP shall belong to the National Service Reserve Corps or the NSRC. So kapag tapos mo na ang LTS or ang CWTS, ikaw ngayon ay belong na sa NSRC. Isa ka ng reserve. Okay? And could be taught by the state for literacy and civic welfare activities, especially in times of calamities. So pwede kayong maging mga volunteers during calamities. While those graduates of ROTC shall form part of the Citizen Armed Forces pursuant to the Republic Act No. 7077 as stipulated in Rule 5, Sections 11A and 11C of the NSTP Law. So pagdating naman sa ROTC, kayo ay mabibilong sa Citizen Armed Forces in preparation for war. Okay? So yun, doon nagtatapos yung ating topic. So tandaan yung definasyon ng NSTP, ng Republic Act No. 9163, the National Service Training Program Act of 2001, at ang tatlong components nito, ang ROTC, Reserve Officer Training Corps, ang LTS, the Literacy Training Service, at ang CWTS, the Civic Welfare Training Service. Bilang isang kabataan, ikaw ang pag-asa ng ating bayan. You are the hope of our fatherland. So sa panahon ngayon, ano ang magagawa mo bilang isang citizen at bilang kabataang Pilipino?